whole technology world and discuss Bitcoin. That's right. Should you be buying your groceries with Bitcoin? That's interesting. A world, a form of money in DC, federal court rules. Pretty interesting, because a couple of days ago, we had the news that came out about banks could could custody cryptocurrency. So if you have cryptocurrency and you worry about the banks, you have more security, more regulation. It makes people feel a little more secure because of the regulation and security that the banks has already with their platforms. Again, Bitcoin is a form of money in DC, federal court rules. Bitcoin is a form of money covered under the Washington, D.C. Money Transmitters Act, a federal court said on Friday last week. In case the United States v. Harmony, Chief Judge Burley Howell wrote that money is commonly means of medium of exchange, method of payment, or store of value. Bitcoin is these things, Judge Howell added, defining Bitcoin as money integral to the court's decision to. That's right. Should you be buying your groceries with Bitcoin? That's interesting. A world where we are scanning our phones already in the supermarkets and not pulling out fiat money or credit cards to make a purchase. Just literally taking our phones and going like this. All right, so let's get into it. So I found this on CoinDesk.com. CoinDesk.com is actually one of the sites that many people in the crypto world and digital virtual currency world uses to reference a lot of their stuff. So a lot of YouTubers will reference a lot of stuff from CoinDesk.com. Pretty reputable website. So if you ever wanted to further read up on what's going on in this particular world, check out CoinDesk.com. So on CoinDesk.com here, Bitcoin is federal law. The court's comments means that Bitcoin is treated as money against Larry Harmon, the operator of an unlicensed Bitcoin trading platform for laundering money under federal law. The court's comments means that Bitcoin is treated as money in the context of money transmission licensing in DC, nothing more. Bloomberg law. Bitcoin deemed money under DS Financial Services law. The virtual currency known as Bitcoin is a form of money covered under the Washington, D.C. As we discussed, the court declined to dismiss criminal charges against Larry Dean Harmony, which we covered. The ruling will likely have minimal impact on how Bitcoin is treated by the market, but establishes parameters on how the District of Columbia regulates cryptocurrency and money transmission. It also brings the DC rule in line with how federal and state authorities treat Bitcoin for the purpose of anti-money laundering purposes. It goes on to say money commonly means a medium exchange, as we know, method of payment or store of value, which we covered. Another brick. In this case, the district's definition of money under its money transmitter laws was vague, but the judge chose to rely on the common use of the term money. Just another brick in the wall for states to put more precision in how cryptocurrency like Bitcoin are treated under their statutes. Companies transacting in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency are generally required to obtain money transmission licenses from states. The Treasury Department's Financial Crimes and Enforcement Division has also deemed that money laundering using cryptocurrency tumblers and mixers, fee-based services used to mix digital assets to make them more difficult to trace back to the original holder, falls under federal money transmission laws. There's a little bit more to that article. I won't read further. I will make sure to include this in the podcast and video description for you guys to read further. Anyhow, the reason why I brought this up, the reason why I wanted to touch on this particular subject underneath technology was because we're obviously heading, especially with the whole coronavirus and COVID and what's been going on in our world and how everything has just did a 360, literally fast. And people are utilizing online services. People are utilizing many technology, using cryptocurrencies, tumblers and mixers, fee-based services used to mix digital assets to make them more difficult to trace back to the original holder falls under federal money transmission laws. There's a little bit more to that article. I won't read further. I will make sure to include this in the podcast and video description for you guys to read further. Anyhow, the reason why I brought this up, the reason why I wanted to touch on this particular subject underneath technology was because we're obviously heading, especially with the whole coronavirus and COVID and what's been going on in our world and how everything has just did a 360, literally fast. And people are utilizing online services. People are utilizing many learning, and all that stuff is becoming like a big thing. And for our future, it's just going to continue to grow. And the same thing is happening in the digital space when it comes to money, digital currency, virtual currency, cryptocurrency, however you want to look at it, is going to continue to grow in this field. And one day you'll probably be seeing yourself or someone else using cryptocurrency to pay for food groceries. That's just true. I think definitely your top 5 cryptocurrencies are going to just go skyrocketing over the next few years. This decade will be the growth for digital money, the internet of value, however you want to look at it. Cryptocurrency, blockchain will, if you think about the internet, when it was the .com era, I guess is where I'm trying to get to. That was a time period where people were investing in a lot of these startup companies, and they became like, not all of them. Some of them just faded away, and it was a bubble and people lost money, of course. And the same thing is going to happen in the cryptocurrency. But I think if you follow the money and you follow the topics or the subjects or the currencies, the virtual currencies that are being talked about, that's sort of like the indicator of what's happening and where the adoption is taking place and which currencies and stuff like that. Coindesk.com, like I said, great website. You can learn more about the whole digital assets space when it comes to buying and selling cryptocurrencies. The 2 companies that come off the top of my head, Coinbase, which I use, and Binance, which I love, but I'm in New York and I have no access to it as of yet. And hopefully that would change, because I was using it when they shut it down. US shut it down, basically. There's a few states. I'm not sure what state you're in, but check out those 2 companies. Anyhow, that's all for today. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Thanks for joining me back here on SEWCT. I'm Chef T, your host, and we just covered a lot of information, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys next week. Peace out, and see you on the next one. Always remember, stay healthy. Peace.